I'm Jeri. I'm a business owner, mom, and physician assistant by trade. And this is my husband, Jeff. While he was an active duty Navy SEAL, Jeff grew close to his partner, Frank the Tank, giving him a new love and passion for dogs. So he convinced me to move our family to Alaska with the goal of starting a dog kennel, living off the grid, and becoming dog mushers.
A little chilly out, though.
Jeff and I live on our homestead with 27 fur babies and one furless human, our son, Atlas.
You're rolling.
Filmed entirely by ourselves with no prior experience, you'll see the consequences and rewards
Just fell through the ice.
as we learn how to live out there. Jeff is no stranger to hunting, but this week we will both be going on a big game hunt in the Alaskan backcountry. My first time hunting, ever. Our food supply from last season is running low, so needless to say, it's very important we come home with something to put in the freezer.
I did spend a lot of time today looking to buy mats for this trip, and I'm also gonna have to fix your sled. Yeah, we still have a lot to do. We have 2 halibut fillets left and 4 salmon fillets. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't want to say pressure's on, but we gotta get something in that freezer soon. I've never had a dog that I love more than the Alaskan Husky. They're just such an amazing dog. You know who's confident, who's shy, you know who's a dick. Hey! Wow, got a little dog fight. Broken up, we're all friends. You know who the sweethearts are, and you know who wants to just stay right by your side.
All of our dogs are happy because they have a job to do. Just like humans, if you don't have a purpose, it's hard to find fulfillment. My dog sled is not in working shape, so this afternoon, Jeff is going to replace one of the runners.
Might be hard to tell. Runner broke right there. If I don't replace it, the whole runner could snap off. So where we'll be going, we definitely don't want that to happen. I'd jump it.
When we moved to Alaska, we had the mindset of living a more simple life, sustain ourselves on things that we can hunt, forage, grow. For me, that is basically going from not hunting at all to trying to hunt enough to sustain ourselves. The founding principle of Frozen Trident Kennel is giving fear the middle finger. We pride ourselves in stepping outside your comfort zone, getting out there.
Hey, I'm gonna miss you.
Not letting yourself be trapped by the prospect of failure. Jeff and I are headed north of the Arctic Circle this week. Bringing 2 teams of dogs with us, we're mushing into the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge to hunt caribou. This isn't Jeff's first rodeo, but I'm heading into this trip fresh to the whole experience.
Going up to the Arctic with dogs and running out to hunt caribou with them is something I've been wanting to do, but I'm taking you with me, which is the greatest thing ever. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
Sunday, overcast today, high of 18, 10 to 14 inches of snow today through Sunday.
Oh,
and that's
God.
96.9 the
Coming up here with Jeri not having a whole lot of time on the runners definitely is my biggest concern. Dog mushing, there can be a lot that can go wrong.
The weather is my biggest concern.
Whoa!
It's really unpredictable. Once you do head up north, you really have to be prepared for any situation.
We're officially north of the Arctic Circle.
Woohoo!
Send your mama a text and see how the little guy's doing.
Yeah.
As soon as she gets that text, she'll have our actual location
Yeah.
and where we parked. Something weird happens where we get lost, we can go back and click the same thing and know where we're at too, so. Or where that last text was sent.
Yeah.
All right, let's get packing.
With the sun setting, Jeff and I decided to stay put. After we feed the dogs and get them back in the trailer, Jeff and I will make ourselves some food and settle in for the night.
You okay? You doing good?
Look at that, we warmed up 5 degrees.
All right, just like that.
Just like that.
All right, good morning. We are gonna get the dogs breakfast, make ourselves some coffee, and then pack out our sleds and head out.
A little chilly out though. The dogs are really impressive. They can haul crazy amounts of weight. This will be used primarily hauling us and our gear to the legal hunting area, which is, as the crow flies, 5 miles.
All right.
First things first, get the dogs dropped. The dogs are definitely used to running on an established trail. The challenge is getting them to go where I want them to go. All right, I'm rolling.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. One, right ahead. Good job, guys.
Good job, Mavi Bear. Started off real nice. A little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, now some boom. Oh, it got real deep. With the amount of weight in the trails, it's just gonna drop or load and go out a little bit further after that. The dogs pretty much be at camp for the first day because we plan on hunting around there. The second day, if we still don't see caribou, they're gonna be used to pretty much find the herd. We'll be running out into the valley. They're gonna be helping us get to the area where there actually is caribou if they're not right at camp. What do you think, huh?
I'm ready to crawl in there and take a nap.
Yeah, that trip in kicked our asses.
That was a put out. I need to hydrate.
Yeah.
Why am I this way? Why do I have to go do these things? Why can I not just be content with that?
I often think about that and me reflecting on my whole past life, like leaving my family, to go pursue a dream of being a Navy SEAL, do 2 deployments, and then decide that, like, you know what, I want to do something else. And something else that I wanted to do was be a dog musher. I stumbled on a poem by Robert Service called The Men That Don't Fit In, and it goes, there's a race of men that don't fit in, a race that can't stay still. They break the hearts of kith and kin and roam the world at will. They range the fields, they rove the floods, they climb the mountain's crest. Theirs is the curse of the gypsy's blood. They don't know how to rest. They just went straight, they might go far. They're the strong, the brave, the true. But they're always tired of the things that are, and they want the strange and new. That sums me up to a freaking T. Once I figure something out, it's like, okay, on to the next thing.
Hunting is pretty much the last thing on my mind, and I'm just worried about us getting out of this gorge.
Shit! Just fell through the ice. Whoa!
Okay?
Shit! Just fell through the ice. Damn it.
It's the first day of our caribou hunt in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Jeff and I had a cold night last night. We did our best to stay warm and are thankful whenever the sun came over the horizon. First, we'll make the dogs and ourselves breakfast, and then we'll get prepped to head out and look for herds of caribou.
The winds have really picked up, huh?
Yeah.
It was really blowing the tent last night. I don't know if you felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storm's coming. We'll go run up the mountain. If we see caribou, that's gonna become our main priority. If we don't see caribou, come back here and go for a fun little run with the dogs and make it an adventure. Just go explore this area.
What's that for?
The electric tape is to cover your muzzle of your gun. Because if you would take a digger and fall, and your gun barrel goes into the snow, now you have a clogged tube. Yeah. Could have got you like bright orange or pink to make it look like a toy gun. 20 above, babe. It's a heat wave out here. There was some high ground where we were camping that, after doing a map study, showed that there was alpine lakes and some flat land above the ridgeline, and it looked like prime caribou country. All right, let's go up and over this ridge and see what we can see. Walking through these giant gorges definitely makes you feel tiny, doesn't it? We started walking down the gorge first. Ice is pretty thick, I think. As we were walking, I noticed the ice is making like a drumming noise at each time I stepped. Kept walking and it all of a sudden crashed. Whoa!
Okay.
Shit! Just fell through the ice. Damn it.
You okay?
Bad. Yeah. That's shelf ice. So as the water levels drop in the winter, it freezes down again and then it becomes hollow. And sometimes you can fall through like 2 or 3 layers of ice before you actually hit the solid ground. Or sometimes there's no solid ground and you go into the water. Luckily, I hit dry ground and not water, but we gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Looks like caribou tracks here. All right, stay locked on. That's why we're not out here with the dogs right now, is because they could be around any one of these beds. Thinking about going up this finger, back up that way, and to the top of this ridge to give us a good vantage point. I mean, caribou are here. Caribou shit. We went glass those black spots back there. Straight ahead. I mean, you can just imagine hundreds of caribou being in this valley. You missed the flock, bud. Hunting's a little bit of luck. Being at the right place at the right time. But we're here at the wrong time. And there's some serious weather coming through that gorge. We should probably get back and check on the dogs in our camp.
Where Mother Nature comes to unleash her fury.
Yeah, she'll fuck you up. It sucks out there. I feel bad for the dog because it's so bad. They're all covered up in snow. Check the inReach. Get the weather report from the inReach.
All right, the weather report just came through today. Wind chill -27. Midnight
30 below.
At this point, hunting is pretty much the last thing on my mind. I'm just worried about us getting out of this gorge.
It was intense yesterday. What a difference a few hours makes though. Now it's blue skies, clear, sunny.
Yeah.
Happy buddy. Ready to go for an adventure? Yeah, come on. Come on. This is the best breakfast I've had camping. Flapjacks with a homemade blueberry syrup. And this is actually the last of the blueberries that you picked from last fall.
Almost done.
Because of the seriousness of the storm back in Two Rivers, Jimmy can't get out to feed our dogs. So our plan is definitely changed now. We have to get home. We can go out and hopefully we see some caribou, but one more hard day, hon. Our best chances to find caribou would be take the dogs and have the dogs run east until we found a herd. So what just happened there?
I was dragged behind the sled, just held on for dear life.
Hey, you did really good because you didn't like, there's caribou up back there. Probably 700 yards, 800 yards.
Yeah, about 17 that I can count.
You would stay here, kind of babysit these guys, and I could go try to drop down this next finger and see what happens.
I think that's what we do.
There's a group of caribou over there. I'm heading solo to put the stalk on, so no pressure or anything. Just we don't have any meat in our freezer, and I got this one chance. Don't blow it. My plan is I'm gonna drop down in these little frozen rivers and use the dead space to sneak in as close as I possibly can. And then I'll have to determine if there's any bulls, because if there's not, this could all be done in vain. Where there's caribou, there's also wolves.
These guys. them behaved. While we wait, Jeff is up there behind that little mound of snow to the right, waiting for the caribou to come a little closer.
Part of the reason this is gonna be so hard is I'm on a time crunch because we have to be home by tomorrow morning. Well, they're females. That's the way she works. I'll be buying meat at the store, damn it. Pressure's on for spring bear now. It was easy to identify them all being female because they all have antlers, which means they're all pregnant. So all the more reason to let them all pass. More caribou next year. Man, they're such a cool animal. Well, I got within 50 yards of them.
I could tell you were close.
And they're all female.
All of them.
All of them had antlers. There was one that I was really watching because I couldn't tell, and it turned its head. Tiny little scrubs.
Yeah.
But gotta be a good conservationist, gotta respect the animal, respect the role, so.
I'm getting cold.
All right, let's get going, baby.
Getting a caribou and hunting caribou would have just been icing on the cake. We still got our cake. Like, we came out here deep into the Arctic, camped out with our dogs, and every time I do something like this, it's challenging physically, mentally, but this is like vacation.
What a must. Pack up, snack up.
You can't worry about the million chores that need done. You just are completely removed from that, and all you have to worry about is just what's right here.
It's easy to stay in the present right here because
You don't have all the distractions.
Leave the place better than we found it.
when I'm out there, it almost feels like you're back in the Ice Age.
Yeah.
The rest of the world is like, doesn't really matter.
The mushing was awesome, just going out and breaking out your own trails. I'm already thinking of all the, what can we do better next time?
Yep. Up in this high ground here, it's a bunch of bear sign back there. We're hunting hard. We gotta get that freezer filled. I know there's bear in that area. The right place, the right time.
Whoa, whoa. We're freaking moving, man. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Whoa, whoa.
Springtime has arrived and the snow is melting here in Two Rivers, Alaska. This week, Jeff and I have a lot of work to do in the dog yard. We'll be building the dogs brand new pens they deserve for all the hard work they did this winter. Then we'll be cooking and setting bear bait for Jeff's hunt next week. After our unsuccessful caribou hunt, we need to stay focused on putting food in the freezer for the months ahead.
The mission for the day, start building the new pens for the dogs. I gotta get the dog yard leveled, all the holes filled, because the dogs like to dig, all the posts pulled within 24 hours. Good news is there's absolutely no darkness. I have plenty of daylight. It's about 60 degrees out. Great day to get some work done. See, this is why we gotta fill in the holes, bud, so you don't fall in them. Mama, he fell in a dog hole.
Oh no!
I kind of feel bad making you do all the hard work and I just get to sit in here. This whole job is a labor of love for the dogs. It's what they need, it's what they deserve. Their new pens are gonna be 1 panel wide by 2 panels long. That way they have little teammates to play with. It's 8:45. Jimmy left because he had to get dogs fed. And I gotta do the same. So this might be the stopping point for tonight. Can I trust you to have this whole yard to yourself tonight and not do anything bad? I think you got it. I'll feed you extra. So I woke up this morning, looked out in the dog yard, and this damn tree fell down. Not only did a tree fall down, it's the tree with my freaking light on it. Take this thing down in chunks that I can handle. I'm gonna take my time and be very careful with this one. Jeri came out and yelled at me once. I had 3 dog houses on top of each other and then the ladder. She said it wasn't safe. She didn't tell me that I couldn't bring my truck in here and do it this way. So this is gonna be sketchy as hell. That's good.
We got our popcorn here. I got more vegetable oil that I'm gonna top off, 2 Kool-Aids, and 1 thing of syrup. That's gonna get on the bear's paws. It's gonna create a scent trail back and forth to the barrel. And any other bears that come across that are gonna now know, oh, there's food back that way. And if there's one thing I do know, it's how to make a really sweet treat even sweeter. I'm gonna offload the canoe, get everything packed up, strapped in. I'm gonna be heading to the bait station. Where that is at right now, I do not actually know 100%. It's roughly like 10 miles. The rivers are swollen right now. All that snow has melted and it's funneling right into the rivers and they're moving fast. It's a lot of weight for one person to carry.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh yeah.
I think we're all packed up. Text Jeri here and let her know we're about to set sail. With that barrel on, it makes it want to be a little bit top heavy. I'm a little nervous. So I brought the life jacket. You know, the one thing I am worried about, it is moving quickly here. Once we get moving, you're past the point of no return. You can't turn around and come back. See what happens. It look like that Beverly Hillbillies rolling down the river here. But we're freaking moving, man. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. I'm regretting doing this. Right there, you can see the other side. That's where we're going. Oh, Lando. I'm gonna get loaded up here. I got a good feeling. Let's go check it out. It got colder. Had to put on this other layer. Probably dropped 10 degrees out. I know there's bears in this area. I've seen sign of them, so what I think's gonna happen, I'll have a few bears come in, but I don't think it'll be quick. Testing my patience, but that's hunting. Come back out here now in a few days, hopefully catch some on the game camera. We got another 1 mile down the river, about a mile walk to the truck. I did the work, so hopefully it pays off here. I've already covered over 10 miles on foot, 40 miles on the four-wheeler. The bear has been here. We're hunting hard. We gotta get that freezer filled.
And people will ask me this all the time, well, how do I know if my goal is big enough? And my answer to them is it should scare you.
With this responsible group of guys, I haven't seen what the insurance liability waivers look like yet. Right?
All right, hon, what are you feeling?
Last night did not go exactly as planned.
Fell through the ice. A little chilly out though.
Scene 101A, take 3.
We're out here working.
I caught him with my thumb.
Doesn't hurt at all.
That's a good way to start a Friday, you know?
You want to be able to look back and be like, did it all, and what's next after death?
Got you. It's okay.
Just as personal hit score.
You are the very best the Army has.
This is the Danger Close podcast with me, Jack Carr.
What's up, guys? My name is Ashley Horner. You just go. Encourage each and every single one of you.
We want to be thought-provoking, and we want to inspire people.
Hey, how you doing? Brian Kane here.
Seriously? What was that?
Freak Success Hotline.
The 4 of us came together, and it's just like insane.
A bear has been here, pretty obviously.
This week, Jeff and our buddy Steven are heading into the wilderness to check their bear bait stations. And with some luck, track down a bear to hunt and bring home some meat.
We have a hit.
While Jeff is out hunting, Atlas and I are holding down the homestead, taking care of the dogs and tending to our garden.
So the bear bait station hasn't been hit. I need to get deeper out there. So I'm out here with my buddy Steven. And we got his little boat. We're about to scoot down the river. Oh, first pull! Goal for tonight is to find a spot to camp And then in the morning, we'll get up, cook some breakfast, make some coffee, and go set another bait station out. This right here is not short 90. We went as far as we could go. The river was jammed up with a log jam and actually kept us from going any further. So this becomes our camp. Get our camp set up, get a fire ripping in here. Next thing we need to do is gather firewood. We're gonna start off by gathering sticks very small, work ourselves up in diameter. Once we get a good surplus of firewood here, then we light. We don't light until we have a little bit of a stockpile because we don't wanna run out. We're not gonna run out here. There's been log jam after log jam, which means plenty of dried seasoned wood. I'm glad to see this piece of birch here. We're gonna use the bark to actually get the fire going. We're doing the old log cabin style. And inside the log cabin, I'm taking the pieces of birch bark that we harvested. I'm filling it. With the camp set, we're gonna turn in for the night. First thing tomorrow morning, we'll set out to the bear bait stations to check for any action. I'm gonna boil this water for 3 minutes because it came from the river right out of the side of a beaver dam. Then we get beaver fever, man. Beaver fever. Me and Steven haven't been out to check the bait site since we actually planted the barrels, so yeah. We don't really know what to expect.
But we got the goods this time. We got pastries, we got kettle corn,
we got peanut butter, we got maple syrup. We're not going hungry out there.
We're not gonna die of starvation.
It's been hot and dry, so the river is low. Hopefully it's not too dry and we don't get out too far and can't get back. That's the hard part. Right there is a bald eagle.
So while Jeff was out on the bear hunt, I stayed back at the kennel. Buddy, you ready to go feed some dogs? Me and Atlas went out together, fed the dogs, watered, got them all exercised. Had to take care of all our plants, so watered the garden, did some weeding, and I decided that I would secure our meat situation by going and picking up some chicks. Made them living quarters in Atlas's old baby pool filled with wood shavings.
Still smells sweet. Yeah. Once again, my bait station has been untouched. Plan is now, we're gonna run another 4-ish miles and go check out Steven's bait station. Feeling optimistic, I guess, about Steven's bait station. We have a hit.
Yeah, there's a pile of shit right there too.
Okay. The bear has been here. The barrel was rolled over on its side. Dog food has been almost completely ate out of it. There was only a little bit left. He had his game camera up, so we're gonna go and see what we have.
Well, these look like mama and some cubs maybe. Important, see. That was it, just one day, a couple days ago. There might have been another person in here.
Really?
Yeah.
So, bear season worked out about as successfully as caribou season did.
What's that taste like? Bacon. Give me a little bit.
The thing with baiting bears, a new bear bait station takes time for it to work. Versus if you have the same spot year after year, bears tend to know that that spot's there and it's gonna have food. My amazing wife was smart and actually bought some chicks for us to raise. So, bear season may not have worked out, but we're gonna have some chicken barbecue going.
And people will ask me this all the time, well, how do I know if my goal is big enough? And my answer to them is it should scare you.
Yes, with this responsible group of guys, I haven't seen what the insurance liability waivers look like yet.
Right? All right, hon, what are you feeling?
Last night did not go exactly as planned.
Fell through the ice. A little chilly out though.
Scene 101A, take 3.
We're out here working.
I caught him with my thumb.
Doesn't hurt at all. That's a good way to start a Friday, you know?
You want to be able to look back and be like, did it all, and what's next after death?
Got you. It's okay.
This is personal hit school.
You are the very best the Army has.
This is the Danger Close podcast with me, Jack Carr.
What's up, guys? My name is Ashley Horner. You just go. Encourage each and every single one of you.
We want to be thought-provoking and we want to inspire people.
Hey, how you doing? Brian Kane here.
Seriously? What was that?
Refuge Success Hotline.
The 4 of us came together and it's just like insane.
There has been heavy sightings of wolves. I heard Brock growl and they were looking off into the woods. Alright, you ready?
Ready.
Alright, welcome to the FTK compound and the special Q&A episode of Out There with Jeff and Jeri. Hun, you want to kick this off? Let's read off these questions.
Okay. At April Harmon 1486, I think we know her, asks, how do you manage being so far away from your family?
So that's actually probably the hardest thing. The one thing that's nice is when we go home, both me and Jeri's family all are in the same town, so we can see everybody.
Fortunately, our family has been awesome at coming to visit us here. Most of our family has been here multiple times, which is a lifesaver. At Blake Engelman 1 wants to know, what advice would you give to someone wanting to move into an environment like they have?
If you're moving into the environment like we did, which is the interior of Alaska, the winters are cold, they're very long and dark. In the heart of winter, we only get 3 hours and 45 minutes of daylight.
Pick something to do outside and make sure you have the right gear for it. So investing in a good parka, good boots, those kinds of things to make it more comfortable, and it's less of a barrier to get outside. At Jack Carr USA asked, where do you most see your tactical skills come in handy out in the field?
Mission planning, you know, having go, no-go criterias, multiple sets of redundancy. Whenever things don't go well, being able to like take a deep breath and realize like stay on task, stay on point. And all those like little points that I remember back in the teams come back into memory quite frequently, and I oftentimes don't even realize it. But
At Ashley Horner asked, what goes into training your dogs? How long till they're ready to run the sled? So with the puppies, basically their first 2 months of life is with their mom. The only role that we play there is socialization, so getting the puppies comfortable to being held and handled. And we do that for most of the first year of their life, and then around the time they turn 1, we try to get them in harness. It's really just getting them comfortable to wearing their gear. And then after that, they kind of graduate into their formal training, which Jeff kind of takes over.
it's just teaching those young dogs now how to become a teammate and a valued member of the pack. And we start off with just short runs, and the main concept there is just, hey, this is fun. We're gonna go do this short little run. It's not overly stressful. You're gonna get back, you're gonna get lots of treats, you're gonna get lots of pets. Once they all get comfortable, we can start focusing on bumping up in the mileage. I think our first run's 3 to 4 miles long, and hopefully by December, maybe November, we'll be up doing 50-mile runs. And that's kind of the mentality of our pack, is we'll go and let the dogs show us what they actually want to do before committing to anything.
At Ashley Horner has another question. Has your career as a medical provider given you more confidence to go on these adventures in the wilderness and live in a remote area, knowing that you have the knowledge to act if someone were to get injured? Definitely having kind of the skills and knowledge to deal with emergent situations is helpful. One, being trained in the ER, you definitely develop the worst first kind of mentality. So you're always thinking what's the worst case scenario and planning for that and working your way back. I think the other important thing is knowing what you don't know and shouldn't overstep your boundaries of your expertise and be ready to ask for help. At Kevin Turley asked, how did you and Jeri meet? It's a two-parter. And what have been some of the scariest moments living out in Alaska? So Jeff and I met when we were just kids, essentially. We started dating in high school, and Jeff also started working on my dad's farm in high school. That's where our love really blossomed, you know. Seeing how many hay bales Jeff could carry, just Just really did it.
And I don't really know how scary this was, but it definitely was one of those things that got my heart pumping. The last few weeks, there has been heavy sightings of wolves within like a mile radius of our house. And I was getting ready to go out for a dog run, and I just had my 2 leaders hooked up, Brock and Clyde were my leaders. And I heard Brock growl, but this was a completely different growl. This was like a menacing, like,
It was a true warning
I will
sign.
rip your throat out growl, and it immediately stopped me in my tracks. I heard a bunch of like running through the trees and out my trail, and then I heard a bunch of howling off in the distance, and it was like the wolves were literally right at the gate of our out trail. You gotta be careful, especially in bear country. That's another time where it gets the hair standing up when you hear something crunching around outside your tent. You don't know what it is.
Right. You just ignore it and then it can't exist. All right, I think that wraps up all the questions that you guys had for us today. Although, if you have more questions, we're always happy to answer them.
Hopefully you guys liked it, and don't miss out on next week's episode. It's gonna go back to the normal style of episodes, so don't miss it. Continue watching Out There with Jeff and Jeri.
Stealing your wife's fish.
I'm not going hungry.
This morning, Jeff, Atlas, and I are eating a quick breakfast before we have playtime with the new pups. Once Atlas goes down for a nap, we'll do some ATV training with the dogs.
Take a ball. Hey, what noise does a dog make? Woof woof. Yeah, they like to play with balls too.
Huh, bub? No.
Well, put these puppies back with Mama.
Get Atlas down for a nap.
Can I hold all of them?
Yeah.
Can we get a picture?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't try this at home. It's dog training weather, hon. All right, we'll attach that one on the house to this one. 2, 4, 6. Bonnie, Clyde, Tom. Johnny's a 7. Let's go. All right. You're such a good boy.
Our cute little chicks have grown into fully adult chickens. Today is the day we harvest the chicken meat.
Rooster's trying to get me. Rooster's pissed.
We're heading out on the water at the beautiful Valdez port this morning. Our friend Tom is taking us out on his boat to fish for some cod.
Oh, gaining ground, I can tell. Oh, it's a cod. That's a fat cod too.
Right.
First catch, hon.
Yeah, there you go.
Woohoo!
All right, there's dinner.
Chuck him in the box. I'm getting with his friend. I don't know what you got going on in that spot right there.
Ooh.
They rob another one, it's on. You're gonna get a Ganyan hook.
It's a canyon.
Sounds dangerous.
I got one.
I'm pretty strong too.
Stealing your wife's fish.
I'm not going hungry.
Gaining ground. Oh, another big fat cod.
All right, that feels about the size I was fighting.
Got a big chunk bit out of her.
I know, something took a whack. Dang, something really took a whack out of that. You were a fighter.
Yeah, she was. Beating you.
Seeing two right off my hooks.
Back at the homestead, we're prepping a delicious dinner with salad from our garden and salmon from the Copper River.
I was thinking about when I first went out to bait the bears.
Mm-hmm.
When I went out there with the canoe, the water was so high, the river was freaking ripping.
Yeah.
It was scary. I couldn't stop the canoe. If I hit something right now, the canoe's probably gonna break.
Frozen Trout and Kennel is a place where we see how many irons we can put in the fire without getting burnt. We have various goals, ambitions, and I think there's a misconception whenever you have a kennel of 30 dogs that you just look at them as a herd of livestock, and that's not how I feel about it at all.
Yeah, come on.
We really take pride in how we individualize our dogs. I didn't forget about you, Loeb.
Really cool just to be able to spend your whole day learning about your dogs, what makes them tick, learning their inner personalities.
We also always try to live our lives in accordance with our values, following through with your word. If you say family comes first, put your family first.
Can you go see your puppies?
If you say kindness and compassion is most important, be kind, be compassionate. It's always a work in progress, and that's always what we're trying to do. I had actually come up here for this rotation to prove Jeff wrong. I was like, I'm gonna go up to Alaska. I know you really wanna move there. But I was honestly hoping that I would hate it because it was so far out of my comfort zone. But instead, Alaska captured my soul. The rest is history.